What's up guys, it is Aaron from Inkie, and I have finished yet another bullet journal. So I meant to and completely forgot to have a look at how long it took me to fill up my previous one. I want to say it was probably like close to 8 months, because I believe I started it in November last year and this one started in May. So I'm going to guess that the old one was November to May. But yeah, so I finished this one off in 5 months because I used this pretty heavily. As you can see, I also started to track my sleep because the beans, Mr. Arch, my son, is now, wow, he's almost 5 months when I'm recording this. So that'll be a good test to see how long it takes me to actually put this up from when I'm recording it. But I have tried to keep up with every day. Wow, 2.5 hours sleep, that was a hectic day. So I've tried to keep up with doing this every day. I was sick for a couple of days there. There is a few days that I have missed, either mainly because I had meetings or I was sick, or it may have been the weekend. I've been filling this out pretty much as my kind of record keeping and task management for my work, just to see what I'm doing. But I've also started to put in some things for me to do down the bottom. So I've segmented it off. So these bottom lines are, for me, they're things that I need to do outside of work. So everything up here is basically my, 8 to 5 job that I do during the day. I'm a web developer. And then this sleep tracker, which I briefly mentioned before, is 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. because that's usually, I'll go to sleep in there somewhere. So yeah, it's been really handy to see, how many things I get done throughout the day. Also, whilst we have a thing at work to be able to track, what tasks need to be done and all that sort of stuff, they only have the number and then a bit of like a summary. So if I ever need to go back and like someone's like, well, what happened here, then I can actually see all the things that I did for that specific task. So it's really good to be able to have this as something to go back on, and it shows me how much I can actually get done in a day. Completely skipped that page. It's obviously been together and I've just skipped it. Have to put a drawing there or something. Also, my computer at work started to really be a pain in the butt. So I started to keep track of how many soft and hard resets I had to do. So yeah, that was a lot of fun having to keep that tracked and all that sort of stuff. And I've got some meetings and stuff in here as well, some notes. So that if I have to go back and I'm like, well, what was this? I can see that I've actually noted something down there. And then, yeah, just I've got any meetings that I come across or whatever have these little triangles, and then more notes, that sort of stuff. So it's been super handy. I've been really enjoying having this and to go back over it, and then to actually kind of you can see I kind of skipped this day and I was like, what, maybe? Yeah, so it's been really handy to actually like schedule myself some stuff to do after work, because when I get home, we edit the vlog and I look after Arch, and it's good to have things like doctor's appointments, all that sort of stuff. It's good to keep track of that, and yeah, I can just really have a log, because I think I may have mentioned this recently, but my memory is not doing so hot these days. And I'm trying to, and I think it's because I'm trying to think about all of this stuff after work. You know what I mean? Like I'm very, very singly minded. I kind of think about a specific thing and I get focused on that, and then anything else that tries to come in, like any chores that I'm trying to do at the time or whatever, they kind of get left by the wayside. So I have started my next, I'm just getting the Midori Tombow River paper. This paper is amazing. I use a fairly, I want to say heavy inked. I'm sure that's probably not really the word. It's a ballpoint, and it's from Inkie, and I really love it. It's a ballpoint. It's a metallic pen, which I also really love. I like the weight of it and all that sort of stuff. But it has a heavy ink. It's almost on par with like a felt tip. But the Tombow River paper, whilst you can see through a bit, it's not hectic unless I've gone over somewhere like 4 or 5 times, like you can see there. I was really trying to delineate those boxes. Might have to work out a different system for this, but yeah, so I'm following the same thing, still tracking my sleep, still got these guys down here, but what I'm also trying to do is track my sugar intake, how many coffees and teas I have throughout the day, and how much water I drink. And whilst it will mainly be throughout the workday, because once I get home, whilst I may look at these guys and I'll probably tick them off when I come back the next day, I won't be actually like fully tracking this stuff probably until the next day. Like while I'm at work, when I'm looking at my book, I will be filling out this stuff, which you can see here. I filled this out, but I had another cup of tea at night time, and I ended up having another bottle of water as well, so that would be full, and I ended up having some dessert, so this would be over the top. I've just got 5 squares for each of the sugar and water, and then 3 squares for coffee and tea, because I really probably shouldn't be having more than 3 cups of coffee or combined with tea or whatever. So I'm trying to kind of limit myself here, but also make sure that I get enough water that I should be throughout the day. So this is actually 2 liters of water. This is 50 grams of sugar, supposedly, you're supposed to have for the average adult male. So that's what I'm trying to stick to. So each square is 10 grams, and that fills up pretty quickly, which is absolutely hectic, but it's good because it'll make me think about what's actually going into my body a bit more, and I can track it, and I can say I had a pretty shitehouse day here, and I need to have like a little plus symbol or something to say that I've actually gone over that, and then any days where I can just eke under, because I mean, let's face it, I'm going to be at least probably 4 every day. Like even if I was just to eat fruit all day, or just veggies or whatever, it still has sugar in it, and I'm not going on some like crazy sugar-free diet, so because I'm a sweet tooth, and that's just a recipe for failure. So that's what my next book will be filled with, and yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how long this one takes me. I'm still absolutely loving my Midori, slowly filling out all my pages in the back book here, and I really need to keep better track of stuff in here. We're at the end of we're towards the end of the month, and I have I've already not bloody kept up with everything, so whatever. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any other ideas for stuff that I can track. I got a bit more space down here. I'm also thinking maybe I could have something over there. I was thinking of tracking my hours for work, but I have a timer thingy which I use on the computer. It's an app which lets me pump out like a sheet at the end of the week, which I can give to my boss to say, these are my hours and here's what I've been working on, yada yada. So yeah, this is more just for my record keeping. Whilst that does the kind of top level stuff, again, yeah, this is more for my own personal benefit to see what's what. And also just to, yeah, like I said before, offload a bit of my thinking. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will have a staples video which will heavily feature my Midori pen up for you very soon. Thanks again for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, all of those guys down below, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!